and I am here for the organization introduction. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिब ए मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां चलता गया. If it is said that this organization was started by a single individual, it wouldn't be incorrect. Yes, I am talking about Mr. Asfar Ali Khan, who, with his potential and hard work, took this organization forward. Today, it's not just an organization. It has become a platform that provides a social services and supports our youth in various ways, whether through scholarships or free of cost skills training. The Aligarh Renaissance positively fueled the mission to make a meaningful difference. With an active membership of 800 individuals spread across 65 districts, our impact resonates far wide. We stand tall with 7 international and 4 national chapters. Our members are more than just a collective force. We envision a world where education is accessible to all and social welfare is a priority. Recently, we have organized several competitions, including speech, debate, photography, and videography, which motivated students and provided them with opportunities to showcase their potential. And the most recent one is the Agaz-e Hunar Student Innovation Summit, where many young minds participated and Aligarh Renaissance boosted their morale. As the saying, every drop fills the ocean. We will move forward with small steps towards progress, collectively contributing to the upliftment of our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zoya. Now, moving further, I would like to invite Zubra for the speaker's introduction. Zubra, are you there? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. So now, sir, you can start your session, please, sir.
Shall I start? Zubra is not there?
Yes, sir. I think she's
Okay,
not there.
fine. No, there's no need for any introduction for me. Alhamdulillah, I believe students know me everywhere.
Thank you very much.
I don't know who are the students and where they are located right now. But first of all, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with the young generation, especially on a very important theme, on a very important stage in their life when they are in dilemma. I also remember, I recall, there have been many occasions where I was in dilemma, I was in a fix, I was not able to decide that what direction should I go on. So the theme today that we have decided for the students is very important. And it is important because of a variety of reasons. Because sometimes students want to reach to their destination and they are not able to because of a number of reasons. So friends and students, we are going to learn, we're going to understand that how can we have effective decision making skills. In life, because I'm a teacher of commerce, so I will prefer to focus on an area which is related to my field. So my field is basically commerce and management. So decision making is a very important theme that we teach to students. And the same decision making, I'm going to tell young brigade today with this logic that it is a cognitive process that involves selecting a course of action from a set of available options. Friends, it is a fundamental human activity influencing everything from our daily routine to life-altering choices. Decision-making skills are crucial for success in all aspects of life, and especially for students. They have to understand, and they should understand the basic decision making process so that they are not reaching to a wrong destination. Their aim is to reach to their final destination with success. So, friends, decision making is a process. Let me tell you, to just begin with, I want to tell you that decision making is a process where you have to identify the problem. You have to clearly define the issue or challenge you are facing, first of all. This is the basic thing. Second thing is that you have to make some research, you have to consult resources and seek input from others. That is, we have to gather some information. After gathering information, the next stage, the next process of decision making, students, is the evaluation option, where we weigh the pros and cons of each potential solution. And then, of course, the stage comes where we choose a solution. Selecting the best option based on your analysis and priorities is called choosing a solution. And students, thereafter, the next stage is to take the action. It is the implementation part where you have to implement your decisions and monitor the effectiveness. And finally, you have to analyze the outcomes and identify lessons for future decisions. This is just a basic philosophy of decision making, which we need to understand, because there would be many people who are not from commerce. Those who are from commerce, so they are taught at some level decision making as a function of management. But those who are not from the commerce, for them, this process of decision making was important. Now, students, we are going to become practical. I am not teaching you, I'm not giving you a class lecture here about the decision making. I'm telling you the practical aspects. I'm telling you the implementation part of decision making, where you have to understand what is decision making and how this decision making skills you are going to apply in your lives, so that you are not making any wrong decision. A small mistake can make a big difference in our achievements of life. Life is very important, friends. And in order to understand uh, how important life is, let us also understand that how important decision making is. So I just want to tell you three things here regarding the decision making, importance of decision making. First of all, I want to tell you that every choice you make contributes to the path you take in life, ultimately leading to your desired outcomes. That is, the decision making is important for shaping the future. Second important thing is about building the confidence. Students, developing strong decision making skills will empower you to take charge of your life and navigate challenges with resilience. And finally, though there are a number of things, but I'm telling you only the relevant part, that how you are going to understand the importance of decision making in your lives. Third important point, friends, is the personal growth. The process of making informed choices fosters self-awareness, critical thinking, and problem-solving abilities. Now let us see. Now let us see the key factors that influence the student's decisions. Students, you are at a very tender age in your life, and this is the time where you have to take into consideration a number of things. So let us, first of all, before we go further, let us quickly have a look at the key factors which can influence your decisions. First thing, this is going to happen in everyone's life. Everyone in this world comes across different stages in life where one has to decide a best course of action. Decision making is a choice, is making the best possible option out of the available options. So this is what, when we are going to choose a best option for our career, it means we are going to make a very important decision for our lifetime. So that is why I want to tell you everything about the process in complete, in completeness. First of all, the key factors that generally what I have observed, that what my feeling is and my experience is that the main factor that influence the student's decision-making process is the personal values. First of all, student decisions are often guided by their beliefs, principles, and what they consider important. This is the first thing. Second thing, friends, is the interest and passion. Students are more likely to pursue those paths that align with their interests and passions, leading to greater engagement and fulfillment. We are all human beings. What do we want in life? We want greater engagement and fulfillment from the life. And the third factor that influences the decision is the peer influence. Friends, classmates, and social groups can significantly impact a student's choice, both positively and negatively. This is another factor that will influence your decision. And the fourth thing, which is students very important, and that is the family expectations. Family expectation plays a big role. Parental aspirations, cultural norms, and family traditions can influence your decision-making process. I hope you understand this happens every time, because we are guided by our parents, what they carve for us, that matters a lot. So that has a very important bearing on our decision-making process. So here, friends, all these things, of course, are there. All these key factors which influence your decisions, of course, exist. But at the same time, you have to develop self-awareness and emotional intelligence. I'm trying to equip you with the skills that you are going to apply in your day-to-day life for your final decision-making process, so that you reach to a destination of your choice. Choice, of course, everybody wants best in life. But sometimes we are not destined, but we should not be fatalistic in our approach. Let us see that what kind of self-awareness is to be developed and what kind of emotional intelligence that is to be developed in us is very important. So understanding the thoughts, feelings, and values is crucial for making sound decisions. Students, second thing is the developing awareness and emotional intelligence that enhances your ability to emphasize and build strong relationships. And of course, one thing I will forget if I don't tell you, that is the emotional intelligence helps you to recognize and manage your emotions as well as those of others, because others are also connected with us. So we have to take into consideration that part also. So now I want to tell you some important aspects of life which will guide you to take the vital tactical decisions in life, where you don't feel that your one decision has may brought some disaster in your life. You should feel that all the decisions you have taken are always wise. Because once the time is lost, everything is lost. That's why we should understand that we have to set clear. We have to set clear goals and priorities. You are the young people. You must understand that what is meant by the goals and priorities in life. If you are not able to understand, if you're not able to set the clear goals in life, and if you're not able to prioritize, I tell you, you will not be successful. The success requires vision for the future. Success requires to prioritize and break down. So what is the vision for the future? Students, you must understand that you should articulate your long-term aspirations and map out a path to achieve them. Because a clear vision will provide you direction and motivation. You know, we have to plan it. We have to decide in what direction we are going. You know, otherwise we will, of course, maybe we will reach to our destination, but maybe it is little late. We are not reaching in time, and opportunities are missed. Another important thing that you need to understand is that you have to identify the key milestones and break them down into smaller, actionable steps. I want to tell you that you have to identify the key milestones and break them down into smaller, actionable steps. Means that this approach makes goals seem less daunting and more achievable. You know, what do we want? We want achievement. We want success. And the success, of course, requires our vision, our goals of life, with what direction we are going. Here, I want to tell you one more thing, friends, that is the effective problem solving techniques. I'm a teacher and I want to guide you about all those aspects which are going to be important for you in your day-to-day life. And you have to understand all these things. We will have a time for discussion also where I will be explaining you all these points in details if you want any further elaboration, because you know I'm going to prepare you so that you are equipped with those skills which are needed in your life. So first of all, in this series of learning the decision making skills, friends, I want to tell you the effective problem solving techniques. Let us see what is basically the main motive of effective problem solving techniques. So for this, you need to understand one thing. What is that? That is problem. You have to define the problem. You have to clearly identify the problem and its specific details. You know, for taking any decision, it is important that we have to identify. Second important thing is the brainstorm solutions. I tell you here that you have to generate multiple potential solutions to the problem. And this is required so that you have options. In English language, friends, when you see the alphabets, you find that their plans should be ready. Because, you know, plan A, plan B, plan C, normally people say. But, you know, make sure that there are other alphabets also. It's not that we are always successful in implementing plan A. Plan B, of course, is there. After plan B, plan C could be there. But thereafter, you know, as I said, there are 26 alphabets in English language. So, of course, you should understand. So, here lies the assessment. You have to assess the feasibility, benefits, and the drawbacks of each solution. You have to evaluate the alternatives. And finally, you have to put the chosen solution into action and monitor its effectiveness. That is called the implementation of the solution. You know, friend, this is the effective problem solving technique. You know, in your life, every day, you come across different kind of situations. But we normally do not realize, we normally do not understand that there could be a scientific way, there could be a systematic way to handle the situation. We take life abruptly. And you know, when it comes to solution of the problems, we do not realize that first of all, we have to identify the problem. Then we have to find the solutions, then we have to evaluate the alternatives, and then finally we have to decide what is to be done. This is very important part. And this is to be done. It requires, friends, cultivating critical thinking skills in you. And I want to tell you here, I want to add in your knowledge, I want to update you that you have to develop for better decision making skills in life. Friends, you have to develop, you have to cultivate critical thinking skills. I said decision making is a big process. It requires a number of things. So what is the critical thinking skills? I want to tell you, because you have to develop critical thinking skills before you make effective decisions. Here, you need to understand, you have to know that you are not going to accept information at its face value. You have to question everything. You have to challenge assumptions, and you look for evidence and consider different perspectives. So this is the first step in cultivating the critical thinking skills, that you are going to question everything. Those who accept everything are the followers. You have to be a leader. You have to analyze the information. I mentioned earlier also. I'm going to remind you again that you have to break down complex problems into smaller parts. And you have to identify patterns and relationships. And you have to evaluate the credibility of the sources. Then, the third step in the critical thinking process, friends, is the synthesizing ideas. What is basically the synthesizing the ideas? Here, you have to understand how to combine different pieces of information to create new insights, and how to draw conclusions, and how to develop solutions. And friends, the final critical thinking skills, which can be cultivated, can be in the form of the communication. Here you have to understand, since you are developing the critical thinking skills, you should understand that you have to articulate your thoughts clearly and concisely. You have to support your ideas with evidence and reasoning. That's what I said. You have to communicate effectively. And for all these things, for cultivating critical thinkings, you need to explore different perspectives. You know what are different perspectives that I'm referring to here? The different perspectives that I'm referring to here consist of three things. Number one, open-mindedness. You have to welcome diverse ideas and viewpoints, even they differ from your own. I'm telling you about how to explore different perspectives, because everybody thinks I'm the best. Everybody sees himself from the point of view of his own perspective. You have to see others' point of views also. And we have to consider the alternate solutions, because we are talking about exploring different perspectives. And I told you that it requires the open-mindedness, which simply means that we have to welcome the diverse ideas and viewpoints, even if we are not going to agree with them, or they are not in agreement with what we are deciding. We have to think about the alternative solutions and consider the pros and cons of each option. And then we have to engage in constructive dialogues. We have to listen actively to others and ask questions to gain deeper understanding. Friends, this is also required in the decision-making process. Decision-making, of course, is a process, but it is not something that you can think of taking in isolation. It requires, ऐसा कहा भी जाता है कि मशवरे में खैर है. इस्लाम में कहते हैं कि मशवरे में खैर है. So whenever we are going to take a decision, we have to seek consultation. We have to understand others' point of view also, because if we are living alone in this world, in this society, we will be helpless. We may not reach to our destination. Destination requires us a number of things. Here, in order to ensure that we reach to our destination, we have to explore the different perspectives of life. Students, since we have already started the process of decision making, and I'm telling you a number of things basically connected with the decision making process, which will enable you to take those decisions in life which are going to be important for you, those decisions which are going to be meaningful for you. Because at many times in your life, you will find during the course of your education, during the course of your job, you will find that many occasions will be such where you will not be able to decide the right path. You will not be able to decide that what you should do. You will be in a dilemma. You will be in kashmakash, what to do, what not to do. And the number of considerations are there. So here I want to tell you that sometimes during the course of decision making, some biases and some limiting beliefs come up. Let us see how we can overcome these biases and limiting beliefs. Students, I think you must be knowing the cognitive biases. Do you know what is cognitive biases? Cognitive biases, you can say that you can recognize common biases like the confirmation bias, anchoring bias, and availability bias. Here, you have to question your assumptions. Or I must say, you have to question your own assumptions and seek diverse perspective to gain a broader understanding. And it is something very important that I will fail if I don't tell you, that is the mindset shift. Mindset shift, students, is also a kind of process of overcoming the biases and limiting beliefs. It is here something related to the developing a growth mindset that embraces learning, experimentation, and adapting to new information. As I said, that normally we all are human beings, and we don't have a tendency to accept what others are doing. We are human beings, and we always consider that we are the supreme. We always consider that whatever we are doing is always the best. I want you to give up this kind of tendency from you. You have to see. You have to see the world from others' point of view. Of course, you have your own point of view also, but see, what is others' point of view is very important. So here are now a few strategies that I want to tell you so that you develop these and you are always perfect in your decision-making choices and you don't come across any difficult phase in life. Students, here, one thing I want to take up, that is the time management. You are the students, you must understand the effective time management strategies. The effective time management strategies consist of a few things. I want to tell you these few things which I hope are going to be very important for you, where you are not going to come across any difficult phase. First of all, being a teacher of commerce and management, I want to tell you about the prioritization. I want to tell you about the prioritization because you have to identify the most crucial tasks and focus your efforts on them, first of all. Second thing is scheduling. Scheduling simply means creating a realistic schedule that accounts for both work and personal commitments. Because, we are human beings, we mix up things. We don't understand what is to be mixed up, what is not to be mixed up. That is why, these days people are not having work-life balance when they're working in organizations. And it's another important strategy of time management, though time management is a very big area to discuss, but I'm telling you only 4 important things. First of all, I told you the prioritization. Second thing is the scheduling. Third thing is the breaks. Breaks, you can think that regular breaks can help maintain focus and prevent burnout. This is very important. And finally, You have to eliminate distractions. Friends, you have to identify and minimize distractions to create a productive work environment. You know why? Because it will guide you to reach to your destination in a more systematic way. Those people who do not realize that time management actually is something, they sometimes fail also. I don't say they always fail, but I say they sometimes fail also, and they're not able to decide. So that's why I'm telling you these small things, students, which are going to be meaningful for you. If you gather these things, you will understand what I'm trying to convey you. Here, when you are going to take a decision in life, you have to balance the short-term and long-term decisions. Now you can ask me, what do you mean by long-term and short-term decisions? Of course, in life, we have different kind of decisions. For a layman, every decision is equal. He doesn't understand that what is the short-term decision, what is the long-term decision. I want to tell you here that short-term decisions are those decisions which give you immediate gratification, and the long-term decisions give you future benefits. What is the immediate gratification? You should understand first. Immediate gratification consists of short-term decisions which often offer instant rewards but might have long-term consequences. And friends, the long-term decisions may require sacrifices in the present but lead to greater rewards down the line. So, I'm telling you a decision-making process. I'm trying to make you understand the spirit of this discussion, that you have to take decisions in life. And one of the important decision-making process consists of the balancing the short-term and long-term decisions, where you are going to get the immediate gratification, or in case of the long term, you are going to get the future benefits. You are going to gain for longer period of time. The instant benefits are not there. So here, students, now in the light of all this discussion, I think now we have to come to a very important point. That is how to deal with uncertainty and the risk. You have to understand now. You have to understand here that how are you going to deal with the uncertainty and the risk, because these things go together in life. These things go hand in hand in life. Uncertainties and the risk are always going with us everywhere. And it is our decision-making process that can help us, that can guide us, that we have to embrace flexibility. We have to expect the unexpected situation. In life, always, I tell my students that always expect the unexpected things, because future is unpredictable. Future is unforeseen. So accept that is unexpected. Though these situations can arise, and be prepared to adjust your plans accordingly. And students, you have to take into consideration the risk assessment also. Risk is a vital part of life. In commerce, we teach students that the profit is the reward of risk taking. You have to weigh the potential benefits and drawbacks of different options before making a decision. This is a very important thing. That's what I'm telling you, that you have to deal with the uncertainty and the risk of life. And also, a very important thing is the guidance. You have to seek guidance. I want to guide you here one thing, that don't be afraid to ask for advice from trusted mentors or experienced individuals. You will find many. Because knowledge learned by experiment is a very costly thing. So why should you experiment when the experts are there? But make sure the one who is guiding you is a trusted mentor. He is not misguiding you. The person who is guiding you has experience, has explored life, has a vision, has faced challenges of life also. So that's why We want to understand this part also. In the decision-making process, friends, you have to understand that how to deal with the uncertainties and the risks of life, because these are inherent in human life. These exist in human life. And the next thing that we have to take into consideration is that we have to enhance the communication and collaboration. You can ask me that how come this enhancing of communication and collaboration is going to play a big role in the decision-making process? I want to tell you here. 2-3 things are very important that you need to understand. We are human beings. We don't understand that God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Well, it was not difficult for Allah that Allah could have given us 3 mouths also. But God has given us 1 mouth to speak and 2 ears to listen. This is the realization that you have to make, that the active listening skills are essential for understanding others' perspective and building strong relationships. We are human beings. We always prefer to speak and speak. But we don't realize that how important, in the communication process, the major role that is played, more than 50% role is played by our listening. You see how much we speak, how much we listen, how much we write. If you understand, I hope you will be able to decide that what we do most. So normally, people are not very much habitual of listening to others, and that's why they fail in taking decisions also. You have to understand that the clear and concise communication can allow effective idea exchange and collaborations. And friends, working effectively with others involves respecting diverse viewpoints and fostering a sense of teamwork. That's what I'm telling you. कि मशवरे में खैर है ऐसे कहा जाता है, इसलिए कहा जाता है कि we have to take into consideration, we have to involve the diverse viewpoints. And management also we teach. Who is the best manager? Who listens to everyone and acts on his own. You in life, take plenty of views from others and decide on your own what is the best option. You know the best. Sometimes you can get guidance also if you are not able to decide. You are not able to decide whether it is right or wrong. Sometimes because of the immaturity, sometimes on account of lack of knowledge, we are not able to decide what is right, what is wrong. That's why I'm telling you that we have to enhance the communication and collaboration for effective decision-making process. And this communication and collaboration has a direct connection with our decision-making skills. Friends, another important thing that I want to tell you is about fostering resilience and adaptability. Fostering resilience and adaptability is very important part of the decision-making skills. Many of you would not be understanding that how I'm going to connect these things which are not having a direct linkage with the decision-making skills. Of course, these are having direct linkage. These are having direct connection. Friends, you have to overcome the challenges. You have to adapt to change. Being a teacher of commerce, I can tell you that how can you overcome the challenges of life. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adversities. I always encourage my students to view challenges as opportunities for growth. It is always my duty. I always consider it is worthwhile that I guide them to view challenges as opportunities for growth. And that's why I told you that the resilience is the ability to bounce back from the setbacks and the adverse situations of life, with which all of us come across in one way or other. I don't say the circumstances are same for everyone. These may differ from person to person also. Another important thing, friends, is the adaptability. You will be surprised to see decision making is a small word and how I'm connected with these big things of life. You know, the world is constantly evolving. I, being a teacher, help my students develop adaptability by embracing new ideas and technologies. I want other teachers also to follow the same spirit so that the students are prepared, so that they are able to decide in shortest possible way that what is right, what is wrong. Students, I will fail in my approach if I don't tell you the ethical decision making also. I will fail my duty if I don't tell you the ethical decision making and the integrity also. Because decision making is for a layman, decision making क्या है? Simply क्या ये decision लेना है, decision making होगा. But we are preparing you for a number of things also. You have to consider the consequences. Why? Because you have to examine the potential impact of different choices on yourself and others as well. And weighing the benefits and drawbacks is also very important. This is the ethical decision making and integrity part. As I told you earlier also, I'm again telling you that seek guidance. Here, I always tell students that they have to talk to trusted mentors or friends or family members to gain different perspectives and insights. Because those who are experienced, not always elder, maybe elder persons are not having experience. Those who are having experience, those who have seen the life, those who have seen the world from the closest distance, they can guide you more appropriately than those who are living in a small box. They have not seen people who are experienced. Yes. Important thing, just a moment, that you need to understand is the yes. That is you have to understand that you have to live by principles. Why I'm telling you to live by principles? You have to align decisions with your personal values, ethical standards, and principles to maintain integrity. Because you are human being and you understand, and you should understand that how important role is played by the ethics and integrity in our lives. We enjoy respectable social status in this world if we are honest in our dealings, if we are fair in our dealings. And those people who are not fair in their dealings, they are looked down upon in the society. Now I'm coming back, I'm connecting with you decision making part again. It was just a general idea, which I was telling you that when we are making a decision, we should take into consideration that these things are also very important. Our decisions are not going to harm others, because decision making is not only a choice for your future course of action. That is, suppose you are in bachelor's, so what masters you should take. If you are in masters, what next degree you should be enrolled in. It is, of course, one of the past aspects of decision making. Decision making is required in every walk of life. So I am not only telling you the choice of your next course of action, but I'm telling you, I'm preparing you for the lifetime regarding the decisions that you will take in every aspect of life, so that you enjoy a respectable social status and you are not going to have any kind of adverse impact in your life. Here I will tell you that you can take the support of the technology also, because this is the era of the data analytics tools, and this is the era of the artificial intelligence. And some of you must be knowing that it is the era of the decision support system. So you can take the guidance. You can leverage technology for the decision support. This is available these days. This was not available earlier. In our generation, these things did not exist. Nowadays, you find plenty of options which are available. When you are not able to decide, then machines will guide you to decide. But of course, sometimes when you fail to have other resources, then you can make use of the technology for the decision support. But I don't want that it should be done. It should be done with the help of others also, the seniors also. Friends, now, since we are going to the concluding part, so I want to tell you that in developing decision making, one thing is very important, and that is the confidence. Developing decision making confidence is very important. You have to make practice. You might have heard from our childhood, we are listening, practice makes a man perfect. Practice makes perfect. Start with small, everyday decisions and gradually work your way to more complex ones. Second thing is you have to seek feedback. As I told you earlier, you can ask for honest opinions from trusted mentors and friends and the family members to whom you consider are knowledgeable. And we are human beings. I told you that we can make mistakes also. So you have to acknowledge mistakes. View mistakes as learning opportunities and use them to adjust your approach in the future. We learn from mistakes. We are human beings. We are not machines. We are not having any command. Of course, we are the supreme creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are the best creation of God. We are ashaful makhluqat. But it doesn't mean that we are having some kind of memories installed in our brain that acts according to, we don't work according to any processor. We don't have any processor. Allah has given us the best processor of this dunya, our brain. So friends, you have to develop decision-making confidence, where three things are required: that you have to make practice, followed by seeking feedback, and finally acknowledge the mistakes. Learn from mistakes. Make mistakes, learn from the mistakes. You will get a brighter side. You'll understand. And again, I tell you, many people feel that they don't need anyone's help. But I want to tell you here, because in decision-making system, in learning the decision-making skills, friends, you will fail if you don't seek mentorship and guidance. A mentor can provide valuable insights, advice, and support. And repeatedly, I'm telling you that the guidance from the experienced individuals can help navigate complex choices, complex problems. Mentors can offer guidance on professional development and career growth also. This will help you in learning the decision-making skills. Don't feel that you are competent enough to handle everything. You're not so competent that you can manage everything on your own. You are innocent child. You are going to enter in your practical lives. So you have to understand. You have to understand that your life is very important, very valuable. You have to evaluate the decisions and learnings from mistakes. Again, I'm telling you that those people who learn from mistakes, they are more successful in life. I advise you not to make the mistakes. Always make sure that you are not making mistakes. You have to understand the reflection and analysis. You have to understand how to identify the lessons learned, and you have to identify or adjust future decisions also. After making a decision, Friends, it is essential to step back and assess its impact. You have to analyze the outcomes and identify any unintended consequences. Mistakes are valuable learning opportunities. You have to analyze what went wrong, understand the root causes, and identify strategies to avoid repeating them. And you have to see the insights gained from evaluating past decisions. This can be used to inform future choices, improving the likelihood of making better decisions. Friends, you have to align decisions with personal values also. How can you align the decisions with personal values? It's not a big deal. You have to make self-reflection. You have to identify core values which help in evaluating the choices. And also, your decision should reflect what is most important. And I again tell you that you have to value, and you have to guide ethical decision making in life to become more successful, more decent and responsible citizen. And now, while concluding, I want to tell you that you have to make effective note-taking and information gathering approach in life. You have to be active listener. You have to focus information being presented and listen for key points and details. You have to organize the structure. You can use headings, bullet points, or diagrams to create a clear and easily understandable structure. This is how you are going to make a decision. And you have to regularly review your notes to reinforce learning and identify gaps in your understanding, because this is something to be done. And I want to one thing, and that is the overcoming and indecision. What is procrastination? Can anyone tell me what is procrastination, friends? You're
So
all
procrastination is something like when we have to do our work, but we are like, no, we will do it later on. It's like proceed and exceed your work without doing it.
wonderful. In Hindi language, we call it talamatol, which is done very, very commonly. So you have to overcome procrastination and indecision. You have to break down the task, and also you have to set time limits. Sometimes you can reward yourself also. When I say reward yourself means we reward others in life. We have to acknowledge our own progress by rewarding ourselves by completing tasks, reinforcing positive behavior. This is required. Friends, academic pathways and the career exploration are two things, which simply means that you have to navigate academic and the career choices. You have to get guidance to explore different academic programs and the field of study. You have to seek the career exploration also by connecting academic interests with potential career path that empowers you to make informed decisions. And it will not be wrong to tell you that you have to balance between the work, study, and personal life. You have to schedule your time wisely, and you have to prioritize your tasks. You have to set realistic deadlines and break down large tasks into smaller ones. Manageable steps should be taken up, and you have to make time for self-care and activities that bring you joy and relaxation to you also. And you have to enhance creativity and innovation in you, where you can think about the brainstorming. Brainstorming simply means that you have to generate numerous ideas without judgment, fostering a free flow of thoughts in your mind. Lateral thinking is also advisable sometimes, which is a challenge assumption and which explores unconventional solutions, promoting innovation in you. And friends, curiosity and exploration are two things that you need to understand. You have to embrace new experiences and perspective, expanding horizons and fostering creativity in you, because then you will be able to make effective negotiation. You will be able to make effective conflict resolution. This is not a big deal in life. You have to understand again the importance of the active listening. You have to again understand the collaborative approach of life, and you have to compromise and be flexible in life also. You should be willing to adjust positions for a successful outcome in life. And also, for effective decision making skills, friends, I want to tell you that you have to develop leadership. You have to develop decision making skills in you. In the light of all these discussions that we are making, you have to take initiatives. You have to build relationships. You have to seek feedbacks from others. By embracing continuous learning and growth, you will be lifelong learner. You will be able to adapt to change in life. In business world, the biggest problem is the change. You have to embrace change. You have to adapt to changes, which are very common because the science and technology is changing the entire system. And friends, collaborative growth is very important thing. You have to participate in workshops, seminars, and mentorship programs. I'm happy these days students are doing all this, but it is not common. It is confined to only a few, those who are having this kind of approach. But you all need to understand this. They have to develop a mindset of constant learning, seeking new knowledge and skills. Don't feel that you are complete. Nothing is complete in this world. Only Allah is complete. We are human beings. We should always believe in learning. I am after 35 years of teaching in my life, I always feel that I am still a student I'm still a student. I feel that I'm a learner. I learn from youngers also. I don't mind learning from youngers also. I get guidance from youngers also. They are doing new things. Maybe my mindset is outdated, so I update myself. I keep myself. Because I have positive mindset. I want you to foster positive mindset and optimism in life. You have to cultivate gratitude in you. You have to develop resilience. And strength, you can also do one thing, that is the positive self-talk. I want to encourage you to replace the negative self-talk with positive affirmations to build self-confidence and motivation. This is very much important, which is required. And you have to understand the impact of decisions on others also. Decisions create a ripple effect, influencing not just yourself, but those who are around you also. For example, I take a wrong decision in my career, I will be affected. Who else? My family, my friends, my relatives, they will also have a kind of impression that I am not taking a wise decision. So you have to consider how your choices might affect your colleagues, your family, your community members, and your friends also, your neighbors also, your parents also. You have to embrace, you can say, ethical considerations and strive to make choices that benefit others. This is about understanding the impact of decisions to others, decisions on others who are closely connected with you. Friends, whenever you are in need, you seek help. Decision making will not be complete if you don't seek help. I don't say you always seek help. Seek help, or I can say don't hesitate to call for assistance from qualified professionals if you're not able to decide what is the right way, what should be done. And of course, at the end, I want to tell you that you have to cultivate discipline, focus. You have to focus and concentrate. You have to set goals. You have to build resilience. That's what I told you in the beginning. And you have to empower yourself to become the responsible citizens. Your engagement in civic activities, your engagement in the social awareness, your engagement in the environmental responsibility, your environmental activities, all are important. I always encourage my students to participate in community service. I always encourage my students to understand the social issues and their impact on the society. I also promote sustainable practices and educate them about the environmental issues also, because they are innocent, they are unaware that what is going to happen, and they are not able to decide. Also, students, in the decision making process, one thing is important, that is the financial literacy. You should know about the budgeting and saving. You should know about the investing and risk management. And of course, you should know the debt management also. You have to discuss the different types of debts with yourself and the credit scores that you have in you when you get settled in life. This is a very important part. And of course, your social network and support system should be strong. You should have a peer support. You should have mentorship program also. Community engagement is also very important. And whenever you are having some kind of dilemma, when you are having some kind of ethical dilemma or moral reasoning, that you can deal with by consulting the trusted mentors, peers, or ethical framework for guidance in the challenging situations. I will tell you that you have to engage in critical thinking and ethical analysis to weigh different perspective and prospective consequences of life. And you have to develop a strong moral compass by aligning your actions with your personal values. And I tell you that when you embrace opportunities to learn from experiences, setbacks, and successes, you will remain open to new ideas and perspectives to refine your decision making process. You will be developing the ability to adjust changing circumstances and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. You have to build you have to build resilience to bounce back from the setbacks, and you have to learn from the mistakes. And friends, all these things are very important, where you need to be more dynamic, more sensible, more understanding, and where you have to take charge of the future. You have to start thinking for your future. As a teacher, what I do, I encourage my students to set their own goals and aspirations, and I guide them in developing their personal vision and strategies to achieve it. Fostering a productive mindset to actively shape their destinies is very important. Being a teacher, I do all these things because I foster effective decision making skills. I equip my students with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life and shape their future points of view. Because, friends, decision making is a very important part. And, if the same spirit is used by all the teachers, I tell you that students will not have any difficulty in life. Unfortunately, the position of the society is that these days we are having a commercial kind of relationship in the society. Teachers feel that we are being paid, so we are teaching. Students feel that we are paying fees, so we are coming to the college. So a kind of environment is missing from the society. That cultural differences, of course, have emerged over a period of time. So as such, these difficulties are there in life, which are going on, and we are not having in control. But being a teacher, I tell my other colleagues also to be friendly with the students and guide them in their journeys of life, because it is life. Decision making is a journey. So with this, I conclude this discussion today, and I thank you all for giving a patient listening to this. Now I have all time for you. If you need any further discussion about decision making knowledge, I can give it to you. Over to you. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for such enlightening and mind-blowing session. And sorry for the inconvenience. Now, I again would like to invite Ms. Zubra to tell everyone about your journey. Thank you very much.
My journey has now completed. So Zubra, as such, there is no need for any But
No,
you can
so to
conclude
be
the session
honest, like
now.
it was really
But
wonderful session. I would say that. And I'm really honored and privileged to truly discuss you as a personality and the field of, commerce and human resource management. And as you all know that Dr. Nawab Ali Khan, he is, highly accomplished academician and a renowned scholar, currently serving as a professor in the Department of Commerce at the prestigious Aligarh Muslim University with over 3 decades of illustrating, teaching, administrating, and research experience. He had made exceptionally contributions to academic and industries alike. Dr. Khan has held numerous significant positions, including Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Chairman of the Department of Commerce at Aligarh Muslim University. He has also served as the coordinator of the Human Resource Management program at Prince Tam bin Abdul Aziz University in Saudi Arabia. Dr. Khan expertise spans a diverse range of areas, including human resource management, organizational behavior, financial accounting, and sustainable business practices. He has authored multiple books and research papers, which have been well received both nationally and internationally. He had been a keynote speaker and a guest of honor at several prestigious conferences worldwide and has chaired numerous technical sessions. His thoughtful leadership and insights into contemporary challenges in commerce and management continue to inspire students, researchers, and professionals globally. We are truly fortunate to have you, sir, with us, and I'm really thankful that we have such a grateful session with you, sir. Thank you so much.
thank you, Zubra. Thank you very much. May I leave now? No. Before I leave, I think there are 32 people around us. So if they are having any kind of knowledge that they want to share with me, or they want to give me any feedback, or they want to discuss something more about it, so I'm here for you. I will be happy to learn from you in this session.
Yes, if anyone want to ask any question, so they are open.
Not only question, you can also share your views also, so that we can update some changes we can listen from the young minds.
Okay, sir. So you guys can unmute yourself and ask anyone and everything to sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Am I audible, sir? Sir, Ahmed Hassan. Sir, I like your contact number so we can meet you personally also. I am from Aligarh, senior citizen.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. May I audible?
Yeah, this is okay now. I can listen.
Sir, Ahmed Hassan, senior citizen. Actually, it is very educative, and I always try to sit with the youngs to learn something. And if it is possible, sir, your contact number so I can be able to meet you in department also. Definitely, mistakes are done. So at least it is my duty. I feel that my children, and all my juniors are my children, so they should be get children's rights by good guidance.
Most welcome,
Jazakallah
sir.
khair.
My number is there on website also, or you can note down also now if you want. It is 9897 001457. You can search me on Google also. Department wage pay, university wage pay, I'm there. You just type my name, Nawab Ali Khan, you'll find all information about me.
Okay,
So,
sir.
Zubra,
Jazakallah khair.
Zubra, that's all for today, or anything you want to?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Salam.
Thank you very much, sir, for this session. It was really informative. So my name is Afridi Mushtaq, and I was your student. I hope you
Afridi.
remember me.
Oh, yeah, Afridi Mushtaq, I remember. You're from Kashmir, I think, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly, sir.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing now, Mushtaq?
Nice.
Sir,
Yeah, right.
I'm working in government of Jammu and Kashmir and Health and Medical Education Department, sir.
Okay. Mushtaq, I want to ask one thing. I asked you maybe during your student life also, because
Yes, sir.
when I look at names in Kashmir, I find there may be hardly 25 names which are popular. Mushtaq, Fayaz, Mudassir.
Yeah.
Don't you know
Sir,
the other
you
common
have
names?
told me this before as well in the class.
Uh-huh.
So yes, sir. Yeah, we have some similar names here. And thank you very much, sir. The whole reason for this joining the session was only to feel like in the class right now as
Thank
well.
you very
And
much.
thank you very much, sir. It was
Thank
really
you, Mushtaq.
privileged to
Thank
attend
you very
your
much.
session today. Thank you very
Thank you
much, sir.
so much.
Inshallah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, over to Zubra again now.
Yes, sir. It was really wonderful. Just before we end this session, sir, as you have been, the chairman in the Department of Commerce, sir, would you like to suggest to the students who are pursuing their career that, like, what are the scope in human resource management?
In human resource management, this course in Department of Commerce was introduced by me. And when I was taking up this challenge, everybody was averse to the idea. And now this has become a hot cake of our department. Students leave the MBA journal to take up Master of Human Resource Management in our department. We are doing very well here, and all the students are getting placements also. This course is a very important course, and I don't find any student who is not willing is jobless. Once they complete the course, before they finish their fourth semester, almost all of them get absorbed, except those who don't want to leave a leaguer, because there are some who don't want to leave a leaguer. They want to stay here due to one reason or other. If you want to be, I can give you more information about the course. Personally, people can contact me.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
valuable, insightful knowledge. And now I would like Nosheen to further continue.
Okay, Nosheen.
So now concluding today's session, I invite Ms. Juhi Khan to present vote of thanks.
Welcome.
Sir. Am I audible?
Juhi
Yes,
Khan,
please
you're
go ahead.
properly audible.
My name is Juhi Khan. I'm a student of agriculture faculty and an engaged member of Aligarh NESA. Sir, I would like to take the privilege of proposing a vote of thanks for this auspicious session. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Professor Nawab Ali Khan, former Department of Commerce and former Dean Department of Commerce, for his enlightening and thought-provoking session. The expertise and knowledge you have shared in empowering us in decision-making skill are invaluable, and we have fortunate to have had the opportunity to learn from these skills.
Juhi,
As
you are
special
not
thanks to
audible.
Mr. Asghar Ali Khan.
Hello, Juhi, you are not audible.
Yeah.
Just check your network connection. Hello, Juhi.
Juhi is not audible. Please, now you conclude.
Okay, let me conclude, sir, on her behalf. Like, on behalf of whole Aligarh Resident, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed their time to make this event successful, and especially you, sir. And Most of all, I finally want to give a big thanks to the founder of Aligarh Citizen, Mr. Azhar Ali Khan, whose vision and dedication continue to inspire and drive this initiative. And your leadership and support make events like these possible. And we are deeply appreciative of your continued commitment to advancing knowledges and fostering a collaborative academic community. Thank you once again, everyone, all the participants, and sir, especially you, for having such an
Thank you.
insightful session. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. May I leave now?
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you once again.